Hello, hello. Okay, people, welcome to a different game I wanted to test today. Called Eternal Strands.
The Enclave was once the heart of magical development and trade for practitioners of magic all across the Maida Basin. Not all weavers claimed it as their home, but those that did built a legacy of progress, constructs, and innovation. The likes of which have not been seen since the Surge, almost half a century ago, when a cascade of arcane disasters racked the Maida, and without warning, the Enclave sealed itself away behind a magical wall known as the Veil. Rich and powerful leaders were wounded and killed. Decades of war broke out. Every nation suffered an economic collapse. The world is calmer now, but magic has been shunned, taking the blame for decades of unrest. Weavers remain pariahs to this day. Most places tolerate us if we don't stay too long. While some weavers remember what it was like before the Surge, I've never known a time when weavers had a home. I chose this life years ago, but I'd be lying if I said it lived up to all I hoped it would be. Still, my luck might be changing. A few weeks ago, I began traveling with a new weaver band. Now,
And now,
they've
they've brought me here.
where it all began.
Began.
Oh.
Careful.
Thanks.
Bryn! Over here! What do you think?
When you told me that joining your band meant I'd see the Veil, I wasn't picturing this.
No one's been this close in years. The base is shrouded in tangles. Weavers have known about this safe zone in the Veil's shadow for decades, but no one has found a route into it. Until now. You have no idea what I had to do to puzzle out this passage.
I definitely want to hear that story later.
My hope is that we're going to find artifacts from the Enclave itself deeper into the shadow. I'll stay to oversee the camp setup. Why don't you...
Really?
Of course. It's important for the other weavers to see how you do in the field. The map I bartered for in Tarza suggests there's a watchtower deeper into the valley. Shouldn't be too far from where we are.
That's my first landmark, then?
Yes. It should help us get our bearings before we start the search for the Strand Road. And if you make any discoveries, that will endear you to the band.
For sure. I'd love to find my footing with the rest of them.
I'll act as the watcher on the scry and pull you back if anything gets too dangerous. Just steer clear of the tangles. Any questions before you head out?
The Strand Road?
A famous trade route into the Enclave that led straight to Denevron. The hub for bartering magical goods. Before the Surge, caravans used the Strand Road to enter and exit the Enclave with their goods. It's been completely submerged by tangles, unfortunately. Still, if we can get any closer to that passage, we will find rare artifacts lost in the surge.
I know the scry is a standard device across Weaver bands, but my previous leader...
He sent you on expeditions without it?
I mean, I wore the earpiece, but he didn't exactly stay close to the table at the camp while I was out.
That's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah. Anyway, mind explaining how it works in your Weaver band?
When you go on an expedition, you'll wear the earpiece, which allows me to communicate with you and give directions from the scry table. At the table, everyone will be able to watch your expedition and communicate with you as needed. The last, most important function of the scry is that it allows me to use magic to pull you back to camp when your life is in danger.
Right. That clears up anything I needed to know. I'll head to the watchtower.
Glad to hear it. No visuals on the scry. Can you hear me?
I can. Some interference, though.
Must be the tangles. Still, strong enough to pull you out like you practiced. Dom?
I'm on it.
The veil. Even more impressive up close.
Just this. Should magnify the enchantment, and...
Tangles. Beautiful.
And deadly. Give them a wide berth. The closer you get to the veil, the thicker they'll become.
Its shadow is believed to be impenetrable.
Until now.
That wall is completely frozen.
We should expect enchantments to act strangely this close to the veil.
See those glowing balls? Infernal alliums. They combust when broken.
So, if I toss one at the wall, its fire will melt the ice.
Brilliant! Best to use kinetic magic to keep clear of the blast.
Perfect. Knowing the watchtower's relative position establishes the distance to the Strand Road. You can come back to... What is that?
Coral. There were rumors of a living mineral that grew deep beneath the Enclave's surface. It seems they were true.
There's more of it in that cave. I could take a closer look.
Too risky to deviate from the plan. First outing was just to reach the watchtower.
This is going well. I say we check it out before finishing the expedition. Vitality tonics on your belt. Take a swig if you need it. Beautiful. I've never seen anything like it.
Dom's right about it being a living mineral. I can feel it humming with magic.
Wait, I'm losing...
Aurea?
Bryn, connections back.
Wraith, I knew this was a bad idea.
We can't extract you.
Darm, fix it. And Lane, have tonics on standby for her return. Out of the cave so we can get our bearings.
It's an Ash Peak Drake.
Quick, your frost magic can cool a path. Good. Darm's still working on the scribe, but you need to keep moving. Lane, got anything from the map?
There should be a minor patrol path ahead that loops back to the watchtower. It runs close to the Vale, though.
It's our only option.
I'm on it. Warrior, that Drake's acting like...
Let's just focus on getting her back safe.
I'll go back to unpacking the armory.
Nice work. Keep moving.
Okay, if I can chuck ice into things, I might have some fun with this.
Damn it, Casmin was right. That Drake is rotting. Erratic flight. Aggressive. It won't stop.
Skies, what do we do?
We get you back to the caravan fast. line of fire. Good time to use your bow.
If I'm reading the map correctly, following this brook should lead to the path guards used to reach the watchtower prior to the surge.
That Drake is never far behind. Just keep going.
That's the path.
You're doing great, Bryn. Final stretch.
That can't be an ark.
No one has seen one in almost 50 years, let alone outside the Veil.
The Archons never left the Enclave. Still, you need to get... You've got to hold it off. We'll work on an escape plan.
strangest.
What the? Hang on, Bryn.
Everything okay back there?
Change of plans, everyone! Pack up!
You're...
What? We're coming to you, Bryn. Follow that arm. We need to go. Now. Up ahead! Lead! Ah! Fine, keep moving! Guys, the Ark!
Has anyone else noticed we're practically sitting on a loom gate?
That can wait, Dom. Aurea, you should be resting. If your wing doesn't heal, our point is out of commission.
That's what I need to address. While my wing recovers, Bryn will take over expeditions as our acting point.
You sure she's ready for all of this?
Bryn did face down an Ash Peak Drake and lived to tell the tale. I think we're in good hands.
I think we're in good hands.
Yes. I have every confidence that she will make a great point.
As long as we don't all die here first.
Our arrival was rocky, but I will do everything in my power to ensure our survival. If we avoid unnecessary risks, we'll be back on our feet in no time.
I'm glad you're taking this seriously.
Exactly. When we first set out to investigate the Veil's shadow, we had no idea we'd end up here. The Enclave was once a safe haven for all weavers, and the pinnacle of innovation. Since the Veil went up, weavers took the blame for decades of war. Stories that put children to bed, preach the evils of our magic, all because of what happened here. We owe it to ourselves and to our brethren across the Maida to find out not just what happened, but why. Maybe then, Weavers can find our place in the world again. But first, survival. Bryn, that's you and me. Find me when you're ready. Adjourned.
So after all the legends, this is it. The Enclave.
Legends for you, maybe. Some of us trained under Weavers who were born here. Still, it is surreal to see it for myself now. You're going to be out there, exploring. Promise to take it all in for me.
You must be devastated that your wing is holding you back.
I can't deny that my heart breaks at the prospect of being stuck behind the scry. But knowing I've found the right replacement...
Replacement.
Besides, this wing won't keep me down
Won't
for
keep
long.
me down
I'll
for
be back
long.
out there soon enough.
That's soon enough.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Anyway, enough with the sentimentality. For your first expedition, we need to get the lay of the land.
Lay of the land.
Thankfully, Lane Free has an old map of the Enclave to help us get our bearings. It's 60 years old. Pre-Surge. No chance it's accurate, but that's where you come in.
I'll update it as I go.
Exactly. We've made camp in what was once a way station for caravans entering the Enclave. Just below us is Glintwood Hollow, a valley on the outskirts of the Enclave. I've scanned it from the... A second loom gate, and what appears to be a giant statue. Possibly an ark.
Possibly an ark.
You can see it from here?
If either is functional, Dom will throw you a party. I'll be with you on the scry. With fewer tangles, we're hoping the connection will be stronger. The path is down by your tent.
I'll head out now. So this is a loom gate.
The Enclave constructed these for transit. Oh, imagine being able to travel
There's no sign of...
deactivated, perhaps? Or simply lacking the energies.
You'd know better than any of us. If we could get it working, though...
Oh, the possibilities. All the places we could go. Oh, to hold the hand of my... metaphorically, of course. The loom gates famously moved people one at a time. Too dangerous, otherwise, I imagine.
You're cute together. It's great to see a couple that shares such a love of their work with one another.
Who could have it any other way?
After being together for 7 years, we're bound to have
We're bound to
something
have
common.
something in
Come,
common.
my love. There must be something in the archives.
I've got you clear as the sands of summer, Bryn.
No interference from the Enclave?
None. The connection is much stronger than outside the Vale.
That's reassuring.
More arcs.
And they're clearly happy we're here.
Arcs were supposed to be used for manual labor. Hostility is strange.
Fresh water, in walking distance of the campsite.
I'll set up a purifier for it and collect later.
The point. What a beautiful view.
creatures could be hunted for food. Any of these plants look edible?
Dan will put anything in his mouth if he's curious enough. Whatever he doesn't vomit, we'll eat.
Just try not to poison him.
Hydra's Brook, aptly named for the spirit of water that flows.
This must be Hydra's lake.
But lakes are still. Why name it after the spirit of flowing water?
A set of schematics. Tarmakind smithing? Maybe Solar would know.
Haha!
This must be the second loom gate.
What's covering the base?
I'll check it out. A lot of debris on the platform. I could clear it with kinetic magic.
What about the loom gate
Hey.
itself? Is it functional?
I'm good.
No sign of life, but see that cloud of raw magic? It's leaking from the broken pipe near the edge of the platform.
So we have two powerless loom gates and a tangle leaking out of an enclave construction. I wonder if Lane still has that treatise we picked up in Taza.
And he's gone. I was right. It is an ark. A great one.
It isn't moving. I'll get a closer look.
An ark of the stricken earth, I would guess. Any chance you could bring a piece of it back to camp?
Doubt my sword is strong enough.
Then there's not much we can do with this for now. Dom seems to have an idea about the loom gate, at least. Two enclave constructs. Neither of them functional. Good news. Lane found a shortcut back to our camp for you, and we've got the wisp working.
The wisp?
Watch as wisp. Channel a little magic into your earpiece. I'll redirect it to guide you from the scry to the shortcut.
I see the path.
Good. That should take you to the shortcut.
That should be it. According to my map, it's a man-made tunnel that grants easy access to the way station.
Bryn's back. Let's fill her in.
We believe we found a way to activate the Loom Gate in our camp and in Glintwood Hollow.
Yeah, what's up?
With the Loom Gates active, we could expand our search of the Enclave. Who knows what we might find?
My schedule, yeah, I do stream basically daily. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Yeah, you can hear me on the other end at least, unless your end isn't picking it up. The thing I'm dual streaming through is picking up my voice.
The potential for discovery is endless.
Agreed. So, how do we repair a Loom Gate?
Yeah,
What made the Enclave remarkable
I will.
was not merely their constructs, but their ability to power them.
I don't overly do extremely challenging. I do games that I have fun with. I've done most of the Assassin's Creed. I'm gonna get the new one. I've beaten some of the Yakuza games. Those can be kinda tough.
It has long been rumored that beneath our feet exists an extensive magical network known
I
as
nearly
the
beat
Tapestry.
Metaphor, but the final boss in that is ridiculous. Like, the thing can one-shot team members in a single turn.
The pipe you found in Glintwood Hollow is proof of its existence. It must be a conduit that directs raw magic to the Loom Gates as a source of power.
And the tangle that formed around it was a leak.
Precisely. Our theory is that patching the rupture will restore power to the gate.
Thankfully, Seven Lane have a plan for that.
We don't know a lot about arcs, but I dug up some old stories from logs that we inherited. In notes dated before the Surge, this band managed to get one of the enchanters who worked on the arcs riotously drunk and talking.
I'm from Wisconsin.
Apparently, the Arks have a thin carapace between their skin and their armor plates that's nigh immune to magic, and can be separated in segments. A magically resistant material like that would be perfect to seal a rupture in the tapestry.
So I need to cleave this carapace off the Ark. There's no way my sword is strong enough.
Come see me and we can make some improvements to Sola's forge. Which, in turn, means...
I could hone your sword so we can cleave the carapace. No
We'll talk.
One more thing. You'll need to remove the debris on the Loomgate's platform so that we've got a clear workspace once the patch is forged.
Easy enough?
Everyone's got a part to play in this. Let's get to work.
I do like games like this, where they're very much like an open world, run around, destroy things.
Hey, I know we need to fix up the forge, but before...
Sure. What's up?
I owe you an apology.
Let's see. Nice.
What for?
I've been a little cold since you've arrived, and I should have been more welcoming. I was just under a lot of stress with everything that happened.
You mean when we ran for our lives from a death cloud into a lost land?
Yeah, that. And losing supplies.
Losing supplies
and getting
and
injured.
or getting injured.
And having a point takeover who...
Lacks experience.
At the time, that's what it seemed like. But ever since we arrived, you've been more than proving yourself.
Honestly, I'm pretty good with my gaming setup. I've got an Xbox and a PS5 and a decent-sized TV.
You made finding food and water a top priority. That's when I realized our Weaver band is in good hands. I underestimated you when I shouldn't have, and frankly, I was a jerk about it.
It's okay, Cass.
No, it's not. I really am sorry. I hope we can have a better relationship moving forward.
Thanks. That means a lot. Let's just start fresh, okay?
I'd love that.
Yeah, I got two systems. My PlayStation. I'm on disability for a mental disability. So I guess my profession would be gaming and streaming.
How are you feeling now that we're starting to get settled?
If this is settled, I'd hate to see us scrambling. I have a hard time letting my guard down when we're still missing supplies and our campsite isn't half what it should be. Can't see myself relaxing and smelling the roses anytime soon.
Then how can I help?
The role of point seemed really serious to you. Can I ask why that is?
Because it is serious. If you screw up, we all die.
That seems... extreme.
Think of it this way. Let's say we're low on food in the desert.
Food in the desert.
If you scout 3 leagues in the wrong direction, we're all 3 leagues further away from food we need to survive.
Right. I guess I see what you mean. Still...
And being the first to enter the Enclave in almost half a century isn't an extenuating circumstance.
Extenuating circumstance?
Point taken, I suppose.
Point taken, yeah.
I know Sola mentioned improvements to her forge meant being able to hone my sword. What does that entail exactly?
Unfortunately, the missing supplies I mentioned.
Is there a way I can help you restock?
Right now, we reserve the materials you bring back for your armors and weapons, because that's the priority. But if there's anything you can spare, I can repurpose them into supplies for our campsite.
Sounds simple enough.
Glad to hear it. These are a great start. With the supplies we've got already, we could shape up our campsite. We lost a lot of stuff when we were running for our lives, and frankly, but we can rebuild.
What do you have in mind?
Like we discussed. Sola could forge better weapons with improvements to her smithy. Alternatively, Dom could certainly cure better for our mantles with new tools for weaving. And to keep you in fighting form, having Lane's alchemical tools in top form is There's no end to the improvements we could make around here.
And what about you?
Me? Oh. I don't need anything.
I don't need anything. As I said, I'm on disability. So, nothing really. Last thing I binge watched, that's been a while. Well actually, I watched every episode of Hell's Kitchen. If you like cooking shows, that one's decent. Masked Singer is good if you like trying to guess who the person is while you're listening to people singing. And going through the clues are given. As for anime, I would say the Fate series are good.
Come on, there must be something.
I mean, wouldn't your shelves be nice? Sure. I also have some ideas for your supply pouches. But don't worry about me. I'm fine. Right now, improving Solace Forge is more important.
You're always thinking 10 steps ahead.
You have no idea.
I love it. The better prepared our Weaver Band is, the sooner we can get out of survival mode.
Oh, I'm glad you agree.
Totally. You can count on me.
Count on me.
Thanks, Bren. Aurea, it's Lane, by the way.
What's that?
The don't like to be called Lane Free.
I can upgrade the forge. Streaming. I'd have to actually go way back. I've been recording for multiple years.
Sola is
but
delighted with the
streaming,
improvements to her forge.
probably 2-3 years.
She can refine your sword as soon as you'd like. Great work, Bryn.
Turns out we make a pretty good team. This
Yeah. We're definitely going to need to start directing a water flow to the camp. Maybe even install a fountain. Would help to get a garden going in here too. Fruits, vegetables, medicinal herbs. Oh,
What? Do you ever take a break? You know, to enjoy a job well done?
Enjoy a job well done.
Sure.
Sure.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Once there are fewer fires to
There
put
are
out,
fires
I'll
to put
relax.
out, I'll relax.
I
I swear.
Just try to remember, it's not the end of the
Not
world.
the
if you
end of
take
the
a
world
break.
if you take a break. Definitely a good
Someone
game.
will step in to help lighten your load.
It doesn't always feel like the others realize how much needs to get done.
Then tell them. Like how you told me we needed supplies. I stepped in to help, didn't I?
You did. I see your
I
point.
see your point.
The others will do the same.
Maybe.
Now where's the forge? Over here, okay.
I knew we'd recover. We always do.
Still a long way to go, but we'll get there.
Thanks.
Speaking of, I've something for you. We've been scavenging around the way station and reclaimed. They're stored away and ready for you. Should be enough to
Can you also reforge armor?
Sure can. Weapons or armor, we can rework them with different.
What's the key difference between reforging my gear and just making something new?
If you want gear that does something fundamentally different, for instance, there are fabrics, metals, leathers, and so on that are highly resistant to heat. A suit of armor made of a combination of those would have been incredible against the Drake you faced in the Vale's shadow. If you don't need something additional, and just that's when you reforge. Keeps the clutter down in the caravan.
What should I expect from a reforged sword?
It depends on the materials we use. Some hold edge better, making your swipes that much more deadly. Others make your gear lighter, or for something like armor.
Sounds like it's time to make something that can punch through arc armor.
That's the
That's the
spirit.
spirit. There, I
There you go.
reforged my sword and
Not
shield.
just good as new.
Better.
Now that I can cut the carapace free, what's next?
What's next?
Whenever the band is collaborating on a problem, I'm often the one to create the... At least normally they're my designs. Sev actually came up with this one. With carapace and enough metal...
Any particular metal required?
No, just enough of the same type. Sev and I try to keep our designs flexible. Once you have everything we need...
Quest complete, honing the edge.
Your tent. Might not be glamorous, but you can
It's perfect.
Don't know about perfect. I could have done a better job if we didn't lose half.
Seriously, I didn't have anything close to this in Aaron's band. Half the time I was lucky if I didn't sleep on dirt.
Era's breath. Was Aaron running from out of Turdville? He sounds like the worst.
Yeah. I always knew he wasn't a great point. But traveling with you guys is...
Yeah, you deserve a break. Ideally, one that involves a nap on blankets instead of dirt.
So
I'll
dirt.
leave you to get settled.
You need to break everything you can in this and get materials. See, if there's one thing this game's already taught me, is to combo my abilities. Like using ice to create a block point. I can also pick up said ice and throw it. So those invisible guys again. Found you. See, they may be pretty much invisible, but you can still tell where they are if you know what you're looking for. And with that one, you need to spot its eyes. Found you. I can't really afford any of that. Enemies
You're
seem to
coming up on the arc of
underestimate
the
me.
stricken earth. With a stronger sword, hopefully the carapace will come off easy.
Yeah, I can. I just, I can't afford any of that stuff.
This might take a while.
You'll need to swing harder to cut through armor that thick.
What's happening?
Retrieving the carapace is going to be trickier than we thought.
Because I basically live month to month money-wise, so can't really afford any of that stuff. Uh-oh, I'm fighting a giant titan. Oh, this is not gonna be fun. Okay, here we go. Titan fight.
Is she really ready to fight that thing?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Catch your breath. When you're ready, you can climb the arc to attack it from different angles. Holding the armor in place. With everything you've got. piercing through that patch of skin anymore. Move on.
Dang it, it might kill me. Okay, this is fun. Climb. Cling. Seven legs. It grabbed me. Why is this actually really fun? Get over here, big lug. Cling. No, you're not shaking me off, dude.
Our chance to get the carapace, but you secured it.
Any concerns about using the Archon strand, Dom?
Concerns? None. Excitement? Considerable. We should be able to weave that strand into your mantle, Bryn.
I actually killed a giant Archon. That was no easy feat. That thing's actually quite strong. Now, let us move to the loom gate.
All right. With kinetic magic, I should be able to clear the base of the loom gate. All done.
Nice work, Bryn. We should have enough space to work on fixing that pipe now.
I'm sure this game will get more difficult over time, but... having fought an Archon, a giant one...
That's the edge of how far I can push the scry. It'd be like in the Veil's shadow all over again.
Stuff I can turn in at the camp to help. There we go, the conduit patch.
You think this patch will fix the leaking pipe?
Yes. And with the debris cleared,
debris
why
cleared.
don't you tell Arya we've got
Arya,
everything we need to fix the
need to
Lungate?
fix the Lungate.
Me?
Acting or otherwise, major communication should come from the point.
I'll keep that in mind.
This game is sick.
The patch is ready, and I've cleared the debris at the loom gate in Glim.
Excellent work, Bryn. Time for you to take a well-earned rest while the band heads into the Hollow.
You sure you don't need me to come?
We've got this. And you need the break.
All right, if you say so.
me see, what else can I get Akla fur really easily. Red iron is a common out of those robots. Leather I can get off of almost any enemy. A Kala hide I can get easily. I run into the Akalas a lot easier out in the wild. I seem to get iron commonly. Let's upgrade the archive. Okay, this is actually pretty cool. You can upgrade your camp as you go by bringing back hides and stuff that you don't need.
Aurea, how's it going?
Bryn, you're awake. We're making progress over here. Careful with that.
Hey, no one came back to camp, did they? Is the rest of the band still with you?
We're all here. And the leak is just about fixed.
Gates fixed. Who are you?
Hey, wait, I just want to talk.
So there's somebody else here.
That was incredible.
Hey, couldn't have done it without you.
Actually, we couldn't have done it without Sev. I didn't expect you to have such a deft hand with magical conduits.
I'm not... I mean... We just got lucky.
We got lucky it held together.
Not to distract from the victory, but something happened while you were gone. I saw something.
I saw something.
Well, someone.
A Hearthsider?
Maybe. The figure was masked and standing at the edge of the camp.
At the edge of the camp.
I think they were watching me.
Me.
Before they disappeared.
Before they disappeared.
How friendly.
If there are people still left in the Enclave, we need to find them. They can tell us what happened here.
What happened to you?
Yes. I was just thinking we should chase down the scary masked figure that likes to watch Bryn sleep.
Bryn sleep.
Since we arrived, we've been speculating about what may have happened after the surge. But no one here knows the truth. Only Hearthsiders could tell us. I think the truth is worth the risk that they may be hostile.
You're right. We won't find answers standing here.
Friendly or hostile?
Hostile.
If there are Hearthsiders,
we need to find them.
Agreed.
And the good news is, fixing the loom gate didn't just give us easier access to
Glitwood.
It expanded our
scry's reach.
So scries are somehow connected to the Enclave's tapestry.
Every scry was
built here.
This means you not only have access to the loom gate, but you can safely
explore further.
Incidentally, our maps indicate that there is a village beyond the hollow in a large swathe of wetlands known as Dredger's Mire.
Perhaps we'll find our Hearthsider there. Bryn, why don't you brief with Lane before your next expedition?
Expedition.
Sounds
After that, it's time
It's
to
time to use
use
the loom
good. Why
gate.
didn't you guys return using it yourself?
We needed to take a key swatch back to camp in order to connect the two. We'll make sure you have a key swatch to connect any other loom gates to this one from now on.
Awesome.
I wonder how this arc managed to get us through the Veil.
By the looks of it, it was a one-way ticket.
Well, the Enclave built many arcs and other magical constructs,
You think we might find another ark that could help us escape?
or possibly repair this one? It must be special somehow. As Aurea said, the arcs never left.
We know as much as we can from looking at it. Time to start exploring if we...
Here to brief.
I like to know everything I can before venturing off to a new place.
Just beyond the forested hills of Glintwood Hollow lies the wetlands known as Dredger's Mire. Much like the Hollow, it's no coincidence you found the Ark of the Stricken Earth near a collapsed mine. Likely, it was used for the excavation of minerals, and I believe the natural surroundings of the mire were also rich in resources. The Enclave even settled a small village there known as Poldervale.
Which is where I might find that masked figure that was watching me.
It's possible. Regardless,
What can you tell me about Poldervale? It seems like it was settled pretty far.
indeed. Though, when you take instantaneous travel through loom gates into account, what constitutes a remote village changes. The village was likely settled to facilitate the prospecting of raw materials, and resources farmed here could easily be transported across the Enclave through the use of loom gates.
Apart from the village, it sounds like this is mostly untamed lands.
I would expect so, yes.
So, yes.
We've made camp in a way station that's pretty far from Denevron, and the mire yet even more remote. Everything I've read says the deeper into the outskirts of the Enclave one ventures, the more...
You're saying my battle with the Great Ark might be looking like child's play soon?
Possibly?
Possibly.
Some of the others didn't seem so sure we should be trying to track down the masked figure. What do you think?
History demands we find them.
We find them.
If the masked figure truly is a heart and of the Surge...
Sounds like I'd better find them then. Thanks for the info, Lane.
I think I'm ready to head out.
My pleasure.
Oh, dang. I didn't realize
wait,
I've been playing that
almost
long.
forgot. I didn't have the biggest role to play in the Loom Gates, but watching the band work gave me an idea for a new alchemical project.
A loom shard?
Yes, it's a shard that could draw magic from a loom gate and bring you back to camp safely, wherever you are.
How is this different from Aurea putting me back with the scry?
Unaided, Aurea can only summon enough magic to bring you back safely, not all the valuables you might have collected on your expedition. Because this shard draws magic from the tapestry, it can bring you back safely with all you've gathered.
all you've gathered.
Thanks, Lane.
Quest complete.
Ready?
Ready.
Let's do this.
After you. That is cool.
First trip through the Loom Gate is a success.
Hopefully more trips to come. To new and exciting places.
With that new ability, I should be able to deal some real decent damage to a lot of enemies. Okay, I've disabled both of its legs. Dang it, it predicted. Dang it, I thought I was out of its range. Ah. No, no, no!
kinetic strand. Wonderful.
Oh my god, that was epic! Don't know if they were still watching that, but that fight was so epic. I probably should take a break even if I don't want to. How do you save this? Because I really don't want to. This is so awesome.
The Sodden Pass. A fitting name for the road to the wetlands.
Okay, this is just too fun. The fact that you can do that is just too funny. Dang it, let me manually save. I want to be done for now.
According to the maps, you're getting close to Dredger's Mire.
Maybe returning to camp will let me see. Or it will save at least, and I know I saved now.